will give you realness, and I will give you cunt. I will serve you down, baby, baby. If that's what you want, I will give it to you. I will give you realness, and I will give you cunt. I will serve you down. If that's what you want, baby, I will give you realness.
I don't think of drag, race, and realness in the same thought. I mean, they're two totally different things. They should never be compared. Drag is drag, and it has nothing to do with transness and being real. Unless, of course, you're a trans person who does drag, and then that's different. What makes someone real is the ability to transition and live in that truth on paper. If you're able to get a job and work as a woman and live as a woman, those are super strong things when it comes to being real. The first time I walked realness was in the 90s in DC, and I won. And there was a rush of power, you know, that came over me. It felt so good to be celebrated for something that to me was natural. I didn't necessarily think of it as a accomplishment. I think realness, or the chase of it for some girls, has been the unfortunate cause of their demise. And for me, that's traumatic to think about. So I don't necessarily think that being real is everything. I think it has its privileges, but I also think there's more strength in owning your identity and like living in your transness and your truth. And I think that that's more powerful than anything else. I think it's a toxic category for sure. I think that it's about time that it is away with. We are living in a time now where trans representation and visibility is everything. And the more we as a community start to accept like transness and all of its beauty and all of its forms and fashions, I think the safer and the healthier we will be as trans women living in this very unsafe world. So, I mean, as fun as it's been to walk it, and it's really been a lot of fun, just the community that I've built with the girls. But as far as it being a category where people are on the panel judging you and telling you if you're real or not, I think that day is over.
I am the icon, Dorian Corey Hall of Famer, Rucka Revlon, from the iconic House of Revlon. I walk Butch Queen realness, streetwear, sneaker versus sneaker, but I'm well known for executive realness. Ballroom realness is being able to blend into society, being able to stand next to your heterosexual counterpart without looking gay. There are 4 types of Butch Queen realness. There's schoolboy realness, where you're looking like a straight schoolboy going to school, or an Ivy League college with a jersey. There's also thug realness, where you're looking like a straight thug that hangs out on the corner, smokes a blunt. Then there's pretty boy realness. You're a little more well-groomed, you have a fly outfit on, but you're still real. Then there's executive realness. You're looking like a boss. You're a CFO of a major corporation. You're well-groomed in a suit, a tie, a briefcase, and all the essentials.
I feel like beauty standards play a very big role, especially when walking this category. Back in the 80s, the 90s, and even the early 2000s, a lot of girls were less inclined to walk with makeup. They walked with little to no makeup because they wanted to sell it to the judges with a blank canvas. It was all about showing them your clear, dewy skin and all of that stuff. But nowadays, it's about magnifying that beauty through your artistry of makeup. A lot of girls want to show you their high cheekbones by putting on highlighter and showing you their structure through a contoured cheek and a contoured jawline and overdrawing those beautiful lips that they have. You know, it's all about putting your best foot forward nowadays. There's a lot more effort when it comes to, you know, walking these balls. And whether you decide to wear makeup or not, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, it's also about how you sell it to the judges.
Realness with a twist. No, seriously. What's up, everyone? You're speaking with the iconic champ. See, for me, been real all day, every day. And it's about me waking up and just blending in today's society as the man that I am, coming to my office and selling homes every day. And a lot of times people are now having big controversy on ballroom realness and everyday realness, and it's everyday realness for me. It's always gonna win. If you're real in society, then of course you're real in the ballroom scene.
I think walking is one of the most important things, and it has built up my confidence and my stamina in regards to what I can handle, not just on the ballroom floor, but in life in general. You are judged specifically off of your appearance and how you deliver. It can be really daunting on you. It could weigh heavy on you if you base your whole life on your gender identity. I don't. But to those that do, it might not be the category for you, because some of the feedback could be super harsh or getting chopped because you're not passable. Worse is for someone that like lives in that life, like as a femme queen or a trans man. It's very, 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 very critical, and it can hurt feelings. So it's really important that you have to have a lot of strength on the inside to be able to survive on the ballroom floor. Realness is something that is timeless, and you should be growing within your realness, especially for the drags realness category. You don't want to be wearing the cheerleader outfit forever. So you're getting older, you're over 30, nobody wants to see your cheerleading outfit. That might not be the ball for you. So make sure that when you are walking, you grow. You grow within your category. As you grow as a person, as you grow in age, it should reflect in the way you produce your realness, because we are supposed to believe that is actually your lifestyle. There is a lot of backlash in regards to the realness category around the world, especially in places like Europe and certain places in Canada. They feel like to separate people by binaries is unfair, it's archaic, XYZ, 1, 2, 3. However, sorry, it's a binary category. It's a category based on binaries. If you are non-binary, you cannot walk a binary-based category. But you can Vogue, you can walk runway, you can walk a fashion category, you can walk bazaar, you can walk commentator. There's so many other categories. So please, if you do not have a binary, or you don't feel like you fit into a binary, please pick another category. It's okay.
The performance part of Running Through the Twist has definitely evolved. At one point, there was a stereotype where you were supposed to not be able to know how to vote because you are a learner's boy, and it's supposed to be a joke. 2006 Music Bowl in New York City. Runners for the Twist mastered my element. They had so many Runners for the Twist boys on the floor, and all of them were so skilled and masterful in their own style of element. And I found it so dope, and I thought it was so cool, and it made me want to do what they did, just singing that. And them looking like me, I was like, wow, that's something I want to do.
In my day, it was more about survival. Back in the early 2000s, late 90s, when you walked out your door in Brooklyn, which is where I was, and you said a prayer before you left that door every day, said a prayer for your safety. Like when you get on that train, you hope that there's just no incident. You hope that you can get through. You hope that you can pass. And that's what being real was about back then. It was about survival. I remember the first time I saw the realness category was at a bar called Albert's in Jersey City, which I don't even think is there anymore. And then eventually walking Butch Queen and Drags Realness, and then Femme Queen Realness, and winning my first Femme Queen Realness Grand Prize at the 2004 Con Ball. in New York, and having this big ass trophy, right? But then knowing damn well I couldn't take that trophy on the train with me back to Brooklyn because it was a clock. It was a spook, and that's a safety issue. So it's weird to win this prize for being real, but then you know, like, okay, I can't take this memento with me because I know that this is about my life. It's important that we understand where it came from, but at the same time understand that we should not have to conform to anybody's view of what a woman should be, okay? And I know that for my generation and before, it was different. So I do want to honor the traditions of ballroom and the fact that realness was about survival. Back in the day, it was about survival.